Hi friends, welcome to my channel Aysha's Web. In today's video, we are going to see a tourist spot in Ain amidst Covid situation. It is Ain-Milky Desert. Actually, we visited last week and the place was very interesting and informative. So I would like to share the experience with you. So before I share the vlog of how we went in car and how we saw the place, I want you to know what a Milky Way is. We know a Milky Way galaxy. Okay, so I want to give a brief introduction about the place. Now feast your eyes on the twinkling lights from the best stargazing site. That is this place. They say the best things in life come for free, and that is absolutely right. We spend so much time, effort and money on trivial things that we often tend to miss out on those that actually have significance. One of such things that come at no cost at all is nature. And one can observe and enjoy the beautiful aspects of nature all for free. If you're into astronomy, you definitely need to visit this place. You're bound to love the view you will get of the night sky from this desert. If you want to get a spectacular view of the Milky Way, then this should be your spot. You can gaze all you want at those bright twinkling lights. If you're into astrophotography, you might even be able to get some stunning shots from here. Check your telescope. Imagine being in an observatory and don't miss out on this opportunity of a wonderful desert retreat. Let's see the location of this place. This is located in the capital of the United Arab Emirates. The Al-Quwa Desert also sports some gorgeous dunes. This Al-Quwa Desert is a 90-minute drive from Abu Dhabi city towards Ain and is fast gaining a reputation as the Milky Way spot. This is one of the darkest places in the Emirates, and very little to negligible light pollution makes it the best way to see the Milky Way in the region. Al-Quwa Milky Way Desert in Abu Dhabi is so famous, it has its own location tag on Google Maps, so you can Google it. You can also find pictures taken by visitors and stargazers. And in my second video, which follows this, I'm going to give you all the beautiful snaps we have taken, the experiences, the travel, the distance, everything. You don't need a big vehicle unless you're planning to go off-roading amid the dunes. If you're using a regular car, you just stay in the packed sand road area, because we have an experience. We got even though we went in a big car, we got stuck in the sand dunes. So I'll be sharing the pictures of that. To the naked eye, the Milky Way shows up as a band of light. It is actually the starlight emitted from the clusters that form the galaxy. You don't need a telescope or any other equipment. It's amazing to sit under the night sky and gaze at the stars. You can occasionally see a shooting star. The galaxy and various constellations are visible to the naked eye, but if you want to capture the sights, a smartphone camera will not suffice. So you need to carry a professional camera with you. And if you say that you don't have a professional camera, there are lots of applications available in the Play Store. I'll give the description. I'll give the link in the description. The best time to go and get in there, darkness is the key. A new moon night with clear skies is the best time to visit Al-Quwa, where you can also camp even overnight. So those who are visiting my channel for the first time, please subscribe, like, share this with your friends. Don't forget to click the bell icon. Okay, so now we have got a clear idea about this place, and I hope you love this place and you want to explore and you want to know what more about this place. To know more information about this place, I interviewed two people. One is Mr. Thirumalai Ganesh. He is a vocational engineering teacher in Applied Technology High School, Al-Aqabiyya, Ain. Besides being a teacher, his passion is a nature photography. Okay, he's very good at taking photographs in nature, and recently he was awarded Master of Light distinction. So I can give the description of the, I can give the link in the description, so you can explore his website, so he can be very good in photography. The American Photographic Society has showcased him of macro images on their website. So this person was with us to give a clear-cut description of what a Milky Way galaxy is. So we'll watch his video. So this is Mr. Thirumalai Ganesh. You can find it in the website, Master of Light Photographic Association. So the reason I share this is to let us know that the information shared here are authentic and it is really professional. So he is the best person to describe about the Milky Way. So here, let us watch the video.
Milky Way photography has been a very fascinating topic ever since I started photography. So I was always motivated to take astrophotography, and now I see the urge to do astrophotography. Usually, for people who live in the northern hemisphere, like I am living in the northern hemisphere, the Milky Way is visible during the month of May to August. Now, of which in June and July it is going to be very prominent. So I want to make use of this opportunity, and then I'm just making a small video. I have watched a couple of videos in YouTube, and this was the first video that I watched, which I think of all the other videos which I watched, this was much more, it was very direct. And this was another video, very useful video, where he shows, he gives a different websites, and then he says how to find out the dark sky, and then basically he is trying to help us with the homework that we are supposed to do. Now, in general, when we do Milky Way photography, the exposure is going to be something less than 30 seconds. Now that's it. If I'm going to take a picture in less than 30 seconds, I already captured Milky Way. But the homework that I have to do is more. So when I say homework, it is just you have to find out which is the darkest area, and then when you have to be there and what equipment you have to carry. Now, when is the sky going to be very dark? The sky is going to be very dark where there is no street lights and there is no any other ambient light, like any day for that matter, after the sunset and after the moon set, and if there is no cloud, then the stars are very prominently visible. But there is a small window, the moon also sets and then rises again. So it's going to be a very small window between the sunset and the moon set and the moon rise. There's a small window where you can do your Milky Way photography. So I would prefer doing Milky Way photography during a new moon day, which means after the sunset, if there is no cloud, I can see the Milky Way the entire night. So I have more time to work with my shot. Right. On any other day, other than a new moon day, all you have to do is you have to see that there is no clouds, and then the sun is set and the moon is also set. After all these three sets, then definitely there is not going to be anything in between your sensor and the Milky Way. Right. So first of all, you have to find out an area in the map which has absolutely no street light, or there is no city ambient light affecting your screen. So for that, we are going to use a website. There is a website called Dark Sky, which I am going to show you in a few minutes. There I am going to find out which is the darkest area in my locality which does not have any street light, and then I want to go there. At what time I have to go? I have to go there after the sunset and after the moon has set. And when I say sunset, after the sunset, there is a civil dust cover, then the nautical dust cover, and then the aeronautical dust cover. So after the aeronautical dust cover, you can see till the moon is not there, you are going to have absolute darkness in the sky, and that is the perfect time to do the Milky Way photography. The other thing which affects the time is nothing but the position of the Milky Way. Now, how do you want your Milky Way? Like all other celestial objects, Milky Way also will rise and then it will set. So it is always best when the core of the Milky Way is visible. That is when you can see the maximum portion of the Milky Way on your frame. So this is what I mean by time. during the darkest time of the night, when the moon, cloud, and there is no other ambient light, depending upon the position of the Milky Way, you have to plan your shot, plan your photography. So when you plan your photography, always you carry your tripod. That should be a cable release. Both these things, tripod and the cable release, make sure there is not going to be any shake in the camera. Next thing is you want to find out, you have to show maximum percentage of the Milky Way. So I would always recommend to have a wide angle lens, and of course a fast lens is always required so that maximum light is captured in the sensor. Now there is a thumb rule. Shutter speed directly depends upon, there is a thumb rule here. We start with this timing, which is nothing but 500, a constant number, divided by the of your widest angle. For example, if you use 20 lens, or if you are using 24 lens, or even if you are using 13 lens, then what you do is you will take this number 500 divided by, I am having a 24 lens, so I'm going to write it as 24. Then it is going to be somewhere, whatever number is there, that is going to be my exposure. So roughly, even if I keep it as 25, then it is going to be 16. So 16 seconds is going to be my maximum exposure. So I'm not going to keep it 16. I'm going to further reduce it, and I'm going to make it as 14 seconds. Now, any exposure, any longer exposure, more than 40 seconds, will not make your star look sharp. Your star will look a little bit bigger because there is always motion. And I always start with ISO 800, and based on the exposure I might either increase or decrease the ISO. Now, that depends completely upon how much light I am getting on my sensor on the given day. So we need three things: one website to find out the dark sky, one website to find out when is the astro dusk hour ends, and the next website is to find out the position of the Milky Way. When I have these three things ready, I will have a proper time of my photography. Date is definitely, it is going to be the new moon day, but for practicing I'm going to go on any other day before the new moon day. Now, according to Google Calendar, on the 20th of July is the new moon day, but I cannot take risk completely on the 20th. On the 20th, I have to know where I am going to place the camera, which direction I am going to focus it, and from which time to which time I am going to do the photography. So what I'll do is I'll go on 15th. I'll do my first practice session on 15th, and then I'll again go on 17th, because definitely when I do something on 15th, I learn from the mistakes. On 17th, I'll repeat it, and so I'll get more familiar. And then when I go on 20th, it is going to be a new moon day, so I'm going to be sure about the technicalities. So I would like to do such a homework. So when I go on 15th, definitely there is going to be moon, but I know that moon is going to set after a particular time. So I have to reach the spot after the moon has set and after the astro dusk hour ends. Now, first is to find out the location. To find out the location, let me go to this website, which is called as light pollution website. So this is in 2015 map. I am going to select the 2019 map, and then which place you want to do. Now, for example, I am living in UAE. So UAE is somewhere here. Okay, now I can see that all the green, yellow, and red spots indicates that there are a lot of light pollution, that there are a lot of street lights. But you can see here, now along this highway, there's a road here, you can see, yeah, along the highway on the either sides, I have complete darkness. Now this is the place where I would like to do my photography. So what I would do is I'll try to zoom in, and then I'll find out the location. Now you can see, oh yeah, there's a nice road here. There is a proper way. Here and here it is going to be desert, I know, according to the topology. Now, but I can see there is a highway which is moving here, so I can drive all the way here with my car. So I can put my camera somewhere here, and then I can do my photography, right? So we have to find out this location. To find out this location, what I did is I went to Google, and then now that's the exact highway which I was showing you now. This highway here, which is exactly here. You can see a smaller road coming and joining here. So I placed a pin here, and then I took the GPS location, from Google Map. Okay, so let us double check. I'm going to copy paste and then let me say okay, it's undefined. Now it should put a pin. Okay, see, exactly, it has placed the pin here. So I made sure that the location, the GPS location that I have is the darkest place in UAE. Now, so that is, I have completed the first step. The first step is I have determined which is the dark area. The dark area GPS location is done. Next is I want to find out what time I have to be there. For that, I'll be using another website. Okay, I'm going to go there on 15th. So I will say on 15th, and then it's the location, same thing, copy paste the location, search, it goes here. I'll drop a pin there. Okay, right, it has dropped the pin here. Now what does this website do? This website has dropped the pin here, but we don't not much bothered about this. I am bothered about the timing here. Now we see that on the 15th morning, 5:40 is the sunrise, and then around 2:30 in the afternoon moon is going to set, and again sun is going to set at 7:30 in the evening. Now then the nautical sorry, here it is, the nautical dusk ends at 8 o'clock, and astronomical dusk ends at 8:35. So I am determining the time. Now I know that if I am going to do my photography after 8:30 p.m., then I am going to be in this zone. So I have all the way till the moon is going to rise. Now on the next day, I have to see when the moon is going to rise. So I have reached the spot on the 15th. I have reached the spot on 15th at 8:30 p.m. So I'm going to do my photography, right? I'm going to continue my photography, and I can do it till the moon is going to rise. So I want to find out when the moon is going to rise. So let me do one thing. I'll go here. I'll do the 16th. Okay, now I can see 16th. 16th 1:52 the moon is going to rise. So my window is only between 8:30 to 1:15. 1:15 is 2. So I will just write it 1 hour in advance, 12:15 a.m. So 8:30 p.m. to 12:15 a.m. I can do my photography, because that is when the sky is going to be pitch dark, because after that the moon is going to rise. And this is where I do my photography. So time is set from 8:30 p.m. until 00:15 a.m. I can do the photography. Right. Now I got the window. Now I have to find out from 8:30 till 12:15. The position of the Milky Way will also change. So now I have to determine an optimum time when the core of the Milky Way is going to be visible. So for that, I'm going to go to the next website. Okay, this is the website. So I have to determine where is the location. So let's click on this. Here it is. I search. As you guessed, I have already taken the GPS location, and then I'll hit enter. You see that it has found out. That's the GPS location, which is in UAE, very much near the truck road. Okay, you see the highway here, very much near it. Then I'll say use this location. There you go. This is how the Milky Way is going to appear on today. So, but I'm going to go there on 15th. There you go. This is 15th. So I'm going to start photography from 8:30, isn't it? So let me change the time. So at 8:30, this is how it is going to appear. So almost slanting like this. So this is on 13th, 15th. Okay, 15th is when I'm going to go there for the first time. From 8:30, this is how it is going to appear at 9:30 in the night, and then 10:30. You see it is setting, it is moving. So my optimum composition will be something like this, so that I have a little bit of Milky Way here, a little bit of here, and the core is somewhere in the middle. So I can see it is appearing exactly on the southern side. So I have to face the camera towards the south. And then if I'm going to do the photography from 9:30 till 10:30, then relatively the core is somewhere here. So this is how I'm going to determine the time based on Milky Way. So I have narrowed down. I found out the nautical, I found out the astro dusk hour, and after that I found out when the moon rises. Now I fine tuned it, I narrowed down my time, and based on the position of the Milky Way, I determined from anything between 9:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. would be the optimum time to have the Milky Way in a proper frame. Right. What are the next things that I have to do? The next thing that I have to do is composition. I have to think about the composition. Now I can see that on this day it is almost vertical, isn't it? So I wouldn't try a landscape, but I might go for a portrait view. I plan to have a Milky Way something like this, showing up something like this. And of course, this is going to be the horizon, and of course I should have some kind of a foreground, because whenever you find out when you think about composition, like in any other photography, in Milky Way also you should have a nice Milky Way in the background, but to make it interesting you should have some foreground. Now, how do I make the foreground appear? With this camera settings, for which I am using for Milky Way, I need little more light on the foreground, so I can either use light painting, or I can make use of the golden hour of the moonrise. When the moon is rising, again what happens is there is a golden hour. Like the sun has its golden hour, moonrise also has a golden hour. It has a very beautiful golden yellow sheen on the foreground, so it's going to appear good. Now, many of them have asked me a question: what kind of lighting do you use for the foreground? If I'm going to do light painting, any soft light with a very dim light is going to be enough. If the exposure is going to be 20 seconds, then I will not turn on the lights until 12 seconds, and then for the remaining 8 seconds I will use the soft light, and then I'm going to just paint the foreground. This is possible, but the best thing which I would recommend is make use of the golden hour, the light which is produced by the rising moon. The foreground will be lit beautiful. Again, for composition, you might use landscape mode, or you can use the portrait mode, completely depending upon the position of the Milky Way and the subject that you're having on the foreground. It's optional. It is your choice. It's the author's choice. People also ask me what kind of software you use for processing. I generally use Photoshop, but always feel free to use Lightroom also. Both are equally good, whichever you're convenient with. Next, regarding the next question which I get is regarding the noise reduction. They have asked me if I would recommend you to use noise reduction software or to use a filter. In my photography, I haven't used noise reduction software, because none of the noise reduction softwares are free, and I always have to buy, and the reliability that I am going to have on these softwares are not going to be good, because usually in any noise reduction software for that matter, the sharpness of the image is going to be compromised, so I don't use it on any given day. And if I have the economics to use different way to reduce noise, then I would prefer to use an astro or star filters. Now what they do is, these filters, when mounted in front of your lens, it is going to reduce the ambient light. So what you will get is only the light from the star, and it will make your stars look very sharp. So having said all these things, homework is what makes you ready for the photography. And even before you go to the spot, you already know how your picture is going to look like. Now all you have to do is you have to be in the spot before the day or where you are going to shoot. In fact, you have to reach there before sunset, so you can scout around and find out a proper foreground for your image. And I am going to do my photography on the 20th, so I'll change it to 20th. Okay, and it is going to be between 9:30 In fact, I can start from 8:30 till 9:30. I'm going to get the Milky Way. So this is how my shot is going to appear. Now, what I don't know is I don't know what kind of foreground is available on site. So that I cannot find out unless I go to the spot. Anyways, make use of these tips which I have shared. And then, yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this. You can see it says the south. So this means that you have to point the camera towards the south. Right. Anyways, so that's all about the Milky Way photography. All the best.
So the place was very nice, and we went and we explored and we had a nice time. These are the pictures. I hope you might have got a clear-cut idea of what the Milky Way galaxy is after listening to his video. We'd like to thank Mr. Thirumalai for that. So in my next video, I'm going to share with you how we went to the place, how we explored the place. I hope by now, after knowing what Milky Way is, you are ready to go and explore to the place. Don't miss it. I don't want you to miss it. Over the weekend, you can just go, because amidst this COVID-19, we are just all the time staying at home. This would be a nice experience for you to go with your kids. And it's also a nice long drive. So these are the pictures. I'm just showing you a little kind of a promo. Even if you don't have a professional camera, I'm going to share with you the applications which will help you to take these pictures. Apart from taking pictures, with the help of those applications, we can see the galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy, very clearly. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't miss my second video, which will be followed by this, where I have shared the log of our travel experience and everything. Thank you. Stay tuned.
If you like the video, like, share, subscribe.